Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to be giving you guys a crochet tutorial for my own pattern of this basketball. This is amigurimi crochet. It's a Japanese style of making plushies. I am going to include how to embroider onto your crochet in this video so you can learn how to do the basketball stitching as well in black. What yarn I use for this video, it is super bulky weight and I think any orange color would work. I just have this very bright orange right here. And I used a 6.5mm crochet hook for this project. I know a lot of people with super bulky yarn prefer to use larger size. This is just the one I chose and it worked well for me. For the black, I used Big Twist's anti-piling acrylic, the gentle one. And this is bulky weight, as you can see right here. So yeah, I will not be using this orange yarn in this video to show you. I will be using a medium weight yarn in green because I am going to use this amigurimi for a different project, so you guys can follow along. And so first, I'm going to slip knot around my hook. Here's how I like to slip knot. So what I do is I set it on the table in like this little shape, and then I make an O like this, and then I put it under like this, so it makes like a little pretzel shape. And then I take the tail and I put it through this part of the pretzel, and then I grab this and I pull. And now you have your slip knot around your crochet hook, just like so. So now that I have the slip stitch, I hold my yarn like this. I take it and I put it around my fingers and I go around my middle finger, and then I just kind of hold it tight like this. But you can of course hold your yarn however you feel comfortable. So now we are going to do yarn over and pull through twice. And then in this first stitch here, we're gonna go through it, pull through some yarn, yarn over, and pull through. And we're just gonna go back into that stitch several times to make a circle. You guys can of course do it the way you want with a magic circle. It really doesn't change the pattern. So we're gonna keep doing that until we're gonna go through, pull through, yarn over and pull through. And that's 2 stitches, and I'll just keep continuing that until I have my desired amount of stitches. So I have 2 on here, as I just said. So we're gonna go into this stitch 8 times. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we'll just pull through like so. And we don't want to overlap any of our stitches. So now we have a little ring, and there will be a little hole, but that's okay. The magic circle I know wouldn't have any hole whatsoever, but this is just how we're gonna do it. You can pull and it will get just like a tiny bit smaller if you pull on here, but it won't. And you can always cover that up with embroidery later. See, that is what I did. So this side was closed up right here because once I put all the stuffing in, I just cinched it up. However, this side still had a large hole in it, so I just like embroidered over it several times and it covered up the hole, and no stuffing leaked even when there was still like a hole right there. So Now you have your little 8-stitch circle. So now we are going to slip stitch into this first stitch on here. This tail is going to be in the way for just a little bit, but that's okay. So we're gonna get into this first stitch, pull through, and slip stitch just like that. And now we're gonna do a single crochet, and then we are going to do 2 single crochets into each stitch on the circle. So here's what you would do. You'd go into this first stitch here, and you're going to pull through and do a single crochet, and then, then you're gonna go into the same stitch and do 1 more single crochet, and you're gonna do that into every stitch around the circle as to increase the size of the circle. I will check back in when I'm done. Alright, so we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch right here. Which it's a little hard to get your hook in, especially if you have a little bit higher tension like I do. Like when I'm crocheting, my tension is very tight. So I slip stitched, and now it's a flat circle. So continue, so for the next round, we're going to do 1 more round of it being a flat circle. As I mentioned, this is a little bit smaller scale than this, obviously. If you want to make a larger basketball, you're just going to keep doing the flat circle pattern for a few more rounds than this, but I'm just going to show you it for 1 more round. So we're going to do, this is the pattern I'm going to show you and that you can do for multiple rounds to keep making it a flatter circle. But you're going to go ahead and go into this first stitch here and do a single crochet, and then in the next stitch you're going to do a single crochet and another single crochet. So what that's gonna be like is it's gonna be the first stitch you do 1 crochet, the next stitch you do 2 single crochets, the next stitch is 1 single crochet, the next stitch is 2 single crochets. It's pretty much a simple pattern to remember as long as you're focused on your work. As you can see me doing it here. And then we're gonna poke through and just continue that pattern of doing a flat circle for another round, and you can do it for multiple rounds if you want to make a bigger sphere or basketball, since this is a basketball tutorial. Okay, so I've made it all the way around, and we are of course going to slip stitch into this first stitch here. This is hard to get, but we're gonna do it. And now we're gonna do a single crochet. And now is the part where we're gonna start rounding out the ball to make it like round like a basketball. So to do the rounding off, you're just gonna do a single crochet into every stitch around and then slip stitch. And I'll come back when I've done that, but I will show you really quick. So you're gonna go into the first stitch here and then pull through, yarn over, and pull through. So it's literally just a single crochet into every stitch. Just like that. You guys, sorry if the camera angle changed a little. So now you can see it's starting to like round a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch here. And now we're gonna do kind of a flat circle pattern, but it's just a little bit different. So we are going to do 2 single crochets into the first stitch, like so. And then in the next 2 stitches, we're just gonna do 1 in each. So 1 in this stitch, and 1 in the next stitch. And this will be the 4th stitch now, and we're gonna put 2 in there. So it just goes 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and so on. So yeah, we're gonna do that all the way around, and I'll be back when we are around.